lot to talk about. This is not a Tonight Show, but it is a Tonight Show. So that's what we're doing. But it's not a Tonight Show, but it is a Tonight Show, if that makes any sense. So this is what we're doing tonight. I watched the Knicks. Everybody that's like, yo, Frost, I thought we wasn't going to have a show because the Knicks is on. I watched the Knicks on HBO Max. They are not coming on HBO Max tonight. So, yeah, so that's a dub. It is what it is. So I ran out, got me a cup of coffee, and I said, we're going to have a show. And then, so here goes the show. They have caught Drake in more lies. I'm going to repeat that. They have caught Drake in more lies. Where the Drake fans at? Pull up. Pull up. I want to hear from you guys. Not to flame you. I just want to hear from you because I want to know what your excuses are going to be now when I tell you the lies that they already caught Drake in. More lies. And actually, one of the lies that they caught him in makes it so that Drake has been lying this whole entire time. What did Kendrick say? Tell no lies on me. I won't tell no truths on you. People hate that. People absolutely hate. And not people in general, I'm saying. But the liars out there in the world, the actual manipulators out there in the world, the actual narcissists out there in the world, they hate when people tell the truth on you. So what happens is, and this is why there are a lot of people who are being persecuted, but they're on the right side of God. Because in reality, they're being persecuted for saying something that's the truth. They're not being persecuted because they did something wrong. They just told the truth about something, and somebody didn't like them telling the truth. So since somebody didn't like them telling the truth, all of a sudden, now those people are telling lies on that individual. If anybody already knows, you already know what type of time this is with me. We have communities of people that want y'all to think that I'm a liar because I'm quick to tell the truth. The unadulterated truth. So they don't want me. They definitely don't want me in the hip-hop game. They definitely don't want me on the podcast game. Definitely. Why do you think they attacked me so hard? Why do you think they pay for people to come try to destroy my name? They don't want people like me out there that just tell the truth and they don't care. I'm reading comments, and then I'm going to tell y'all, we're going to give people a couple of seconds to get in here, a minute or two more to get in here, and then I'm going to tell y'all so I don't have to keep repeating myself over and over and over and over and over again. No, but that's why they don't want me in the hip-hop game. He's not hip-hop. He's pop. We already had that conversation. I agree with you. Let's read these comments real quick and get to the show. Shout out to the few. He said, yeah. How you doing, my brother? Hope everything is well with you. He says, I'm not Sion. Okay. Says Lucian is Drake's sugar daddy for show. For show. Can we hit that like button so we can send out some notifications? Remember, we haven't been going live at this time of day. So therefore, our notifications probably aren't going out the way that they should. So it's of paramount importance that the people who come in here early hit that like button so we can send out some notifications. So can you please be a part of the solution, not part of the problem? Rock Lee, salute. I think I remember that name. Says Jay was right. I'm here for the destruction of Drake cause. And then he has all of the throwing up emojis. He's sick of this guy. Saloon is open. Y'all read C Justice said, bro, Drakeana has never been real. I'm sorry. But if you're a guy that paint your fingernails If you're a guy that are constantly trying to appropriate feminist characteristics into your personality, I don't consider me and you to be similar. That's what I'll say. Once again, your Red C Justice said he is not hip hop. No, he's pop. What up, Donnie Woods? He says, I thought both sides was lying. Nope. Tada says, Frost, what up, though? Tada, you don't got to do donations, but you got to go green team, fam. You're in here every day, every show, doing great comments. Become part of the solution. Go green team. You don't got to do no donations, nothing like that. But you comment a lot, and I read a lot of your comments. So I need for you to go green team. The few said Drake is cooked. Stick a fork in him. He's cooked. And we're going to talk about the freaking game, fam. Is that the weakest diss track that has come out like in the last couple of years? That diss track was worse than the Meek Mill diss tracks, fam. That was terrible. If I was a Fat Boy, I wouldn't even respond. If I was Fat Boy, I wouldn't even respond. Appreciate you. I'm not Sion. He said he's fine. Sharing it out. That's why it's on ESPN. I have ESPN Plus. Would it be on ESPN? Okay, we here. Shout out to Arthur D. Glass. He's dropping the Cash App in the chat. I can't pin your comment right now. I wish I could. I'm not Sion says we bored of hearing Drake's fairy tale raps. Make room for real rappers that could touch the souls of the culture. I agree. I'm tired of hearing dudes, like I said, appropriate women's feminine spaces, women's spaces. I'm tired of it. And Drake appropriates women's spaces all the time. And I'm just tired of it. I don't like that personally. But I do think that Drake has some great songs. He has some classics. He's done a lot of great music. This is not me saying that he doesn't make great music. This is me basically saying I haven't seen any growth in him. He's the same artist he was when he came out. Is that fair? He got more ghosts in the haunted house. This is a fact. What up, Mr. Master Mistake Maker? I'm just going to call you Mr. Mistake, okay? Mr. Maker. He says, Drake is done in my Jack Ford foot. Oh, yeah. Who the fuck you think I am? Fucking Macho Man Randy Savage? Donnie Wood said they found Drake's daughter. They have found Drake's daughter. But before I get to that, I want to tell you something else. I'm reading comments for a second and we're going to get right to it. I'm not Sion says the game trying to ride the wave because he's seen the world turned on. No, the game is most likely getting paid by Drake to try to cause confusion in the mix. So they probably some genius over there that's part of Drake's, I guess, war room, said maybe if there's another battle going on, people will stop paying attention to how bad our replies are. This actually, in my opinion, hurt Drake. Maybe we'll talk about that later, but I'll get to it later. Y'all Red C Justice says, I wish Kendrick would hit him with the Game 7 song. Game 6. Jordan don't go to Game 7. I'm not Sion says, you're right. I like Drake's songs, but there's only because he's a ghostwriter in the track. Facts. Thank you, Tada. You should be green team. Go turn green team already, fam. I read all of your comments. Turn green team already. Stop playing. You can now take over the Macho Man voice. Now that he's gone, you do it better anyway. I do the Macho Man voice? And how can I do the voice better than the guy? Anyway, I do the Macho Man voice? Anyway. There's a join button. You got to hit the join button and become a member. That's how you go green team. That's going to be a $5 donation once a month. We need everybody to go green team. If you're on your phone, you have to close the chat and then you'll see it. So if you're on your phone, you keep watching the stream, you close out of your chat, you're going to see the join button after you subscribe. It's going to say subscribe. And then after you subscribe, it's going to say join. All right, so hold on. Let's talk about this real quick. Drake has been exposed for lying. The founder of Twitter has spoken out in Kendrick's behalf and said that basically Drake is lying and Kendrick is telling the truth. Now, what do you think he could be referring to? Finish the damn coffee. What do you think he could be referring to? What do you think he can be referring to? There's only one reason why the founder of Twitter will come out, call one guy a liar, and say the other guy's telling the truth. What do you think he could be referring to? This is what I was talking about this show in the morning. Remember morning coffee? What did I tell y'all? I told you I don't believe that those tweets is real. They were probably edited. A lot of people said that. But what I told you was he's getting bad advice. We're going to get to the door in 1 second. I'm going to tell him one lie. I'm talking about one of his lies at the time, Donnie Woods. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all. A lot of people said the same thing, just so we could be clear. I'm not saying I was the only one that said this. But hold on, listen, pay attention. I told y'all there's people that is supposed to be on his team. The people that's supposed to be talking to him, strategizing with him, and they're giving him bad advice. They're giving him terrible advice. He's making the situation worse because lying always does. This is why I keep telling y'all, I don't care who believes you. Don't give in to the lie. I don't care how bad the lie is. I don't care what the lie is. The lie can only last but so long. The person who's lying on you, they want you to give in. They want you to get weak. They want you to get tired of fighting the lie. They know that they're lying. It's the people that they're lying to that don't know. And the moment that you relent, you're going to make their lie seem like it's the truth. And if they have the ability to, they will turn that lie into the narrative. Which one of y'all think that Kendrick was on fucking social media scrolling through thousands and millions of tweets looking for lines to put into his diss track? Who thinks he was doing that? Put it in the chat. I want to know who thinks that that was a thing that was happening. Kendrick was just at his computer or his phone, whatever he was using, and just scrolling through millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of tweets, trying to look for the best Drake lines. Who thinks he was doing that? The founder. They got a BBL Glizzy now. Freaking Nathan's, was it Nathan's? Oscar Mayer got in on it, and they got a BBL Glizzy now. Oscar Mayer put out a meme that had 2 hot dogs with mustard on it that says BBL Glizzy. Drake is done. Anybody else seen that, or am I the only one? BBL Glizzy, fam. Fam. First of all, shout out to Snow Billy. Because Snow Billy was the one that got the Frank stand and all that shit going. And that shit turned into a national phenomenon. And y'all all know who introduced the world to that dude. Y'all all know who introduced the world to Snow Billy. BBN Network, Jack Frost. Let's go. Okay? Okay? Just shit to be proud of. Just shit to be proud of. I thought you was gonna go green team, Red. All right, so hold on. So the founder of Twitter is backing Kendrick Lamar. This is good for multiple different reasons. Because do you understand how many people, how many of these large companies are behind Drake? Remember, these companies have invested in Drake. They haven't really invested in Kendrick. Drake is out there signing like $500 million deals and whatnot. Drake is a giant plane. So these large corporations, they're invested in Drake. Are we just gonna call him BBL Drizzy from now on? Are we just gonna be like BBL Drizzy, or is people just really just still saying Drake? I want to know. Are y'all calling him BBL Drizzy? Like when y'all talking, yo, what's up with BBL Drizzy? I want to know if people are really doing that. That's why he has a game going at Fat Boy down there in Florida, by the way. Well, he's in Atlanta now, but that's why he got him game going at Fat Boy. They mad at Fat Boy because now everybody's saying BBL Drizzy. But don't feel bad for Drake. Don't feel bad for Drake because remember what Drake did. Drake had dude was supposed to be working at a club, your man Metro, and Drake had a marching band go out in front of the club trolling him. So don't feel bad for Drake. He asks for all of this energy he's getting. So hold on. The founder of Twitter, who you know knows whether those tweets were edited or not, said basically that the Drake camp is lying and Kendrick is telling the truth. So Kendrick's bars was so hard, they tried to make y'all think that other niggas wrote them because Drake got a ghostwriter. You know what thieves try to make people think? They try to make people think you a thief. You know what liars try to do? Liars try to make people think you a liar. Whatever thing that people suffer from, mental illness that they suffer from, they try to make people think that you also suffer from that mental illness. Tell me where the lie's at. Tell me where the lie at. Should we die this? I think we should die this. Elon Musk owns Twitter now. I said the founder of Twitter, not the one that owns it now. The one that founded it, created the whole Twitter platform. Him. I forgot his name. Somebody go look it up. So just so we can be clear, the founder of Twitter, remember, he didn't sell Twitter until like last year. One of those tweets that went out allegedly was from 2021. Another one of those tweets was from even before then, I believe. So somebody had the bright idea in Drake's camp. Jack Dorsey, thank you, Juan Ledesma. Shout out to Juan Ledesma. He wrote Jack Dorsey. So somebody in Drake's camp had the bright idea to lie, have some tweets either photoshopped or edited, and lie and say that Kendrick took those from Twitter. Now, I told y'all before, I think if he actually took the things from Twitter, that's even more of a genius move. Taking something that somebody already made and making it better. Also, for everybody that don't know, Kendrick won a freaking Pulitzer Prize. So what the hell are you doing, Drake? You think somebody that won the Pulitzer Prize needs help? He won the Pulitzer Prize, I'm going to assume, in poetry. There's colleges that study his lyrics. And you think that he needed somebody to help him write a song? One of the best songwriters on the planet, and you think somebody needed one of the best poets on the planet, one of the best literary geniuses on the planet, and you think he needed people to help him write a song? I think I know who gave him the bad idea, by the way. And that's why they defended him so hard. I can't wait to see what his next bad idea is. I think Drake's bad ideas is hurting him more than the songs that are made going against him. Let's talk about the daughter. So the internet went to work. The internet found the daughter. I'll say that again. The internet found the alleged daughter. Not just found the alleged daughter, pictures of her now, but found the alleged daughter when Drake was taking pictures with her when she was a child. And guess what? We all saw her. She looks just like Drake when she was a kid. We all saw her. Allegedly, her mother is her mother. The girl's mother that they're saying is allegedly his daughter is a stripper from some freaking strip club in Florida. I think Miami. There's even, I believe, a tweet that Drake had put out that said baby girl, alluding to the fact that he just had a baby girl. There's also another Instagram post or tweet with him talking about having a daughter. Also, he went on an interview and did an interview and spoke about having a daughter. These niggas just be lying. How do you go have an interview? I forgot he had the interview with. But how do you go have an interview? And in the interview, you're talking about how you now have a daughter. And then years in the future, a nigga say you got a daughter, and then you say, no, I don't. Explain Arthur D. Glass. I don't understand what you mean by that. Arthur D. Glass says, my only opinion is why these kids so important if Drake knows he has kids. I don't understand what you mean by that. Like, why would he lie about it? I have no idea. That doesn't make sense. I don't even understand why it's a big deal. Like, it's someone like, I don't understand why it's a big deal. I don't understand why he can't just be like, yeah, I got a daughter. Kendrick should have just said, nigga, you got a daughter. He could have said, yeah, I got a daughter. I talked about her X amount of years ago. This is not a secret. She's not a secret daughter. We already spoke about her. I did an interview, remember? Here go the tweet. I tweeted out I have a daughter. I'm not showing y'all her every day, but I'm not hiding her. She not attached to my hip, which I know she exists. I already told y'all about her. I think Kendrick was trying to explain that he can't be trusted and he's a liar. That's why if he would have just said, yeah, I got a daughter, what's the big deal? I wouldn't even have put it in the music. I would have just made a post like, yeah, I got a daughter. Everybody already knows. This is the tweet from X amount of years ago. Here goes the interview. What are you talking about? Who's hiding who? Her and her mother prefer not to be in the limelight. So we don't do that. She's with me all the time. We do stuff together. I think the issue is that when Kendrick brought it up, he tried to pretend like it was a thing that didn't happen. He just got bad advice from the people that's around him. That's it. That's it. That's all. They're not battle rappers. They're insulters. They're liars. So they don't know how to engage in a conversation where somebody is saying a thing, but it's not really a bad thing. If I was a person that Drake would have called when this would have happened, I would have said, yeah, but Champ, are you hiding her? Or is it just not anybody's business? Because those are two different things. If it's just not anybody's business, then nah, nigga, I ain't hiding her. But you know, her and her mother choose. Look, she's with us at this concert. She's in this video. She was in videos with him. She's in this video. She's with me at this concert. She's not hidden. It's just not your business. They're just everything Kendrick say, trying to lie and trying to make Kendrick look like he a liar when he telling the truth. That's how Satan operate. That's how Satan operates. Kendrick told him, you don't tell no lies on me, I won't tell no truths about you. He basically let him know, we either going to keep this about rap or we going to make it, it's going to go to another place. And what was the first thing that Drake did after that? He dropped Family Matters. I'm gonna say that again. Kendrick had the line in the song he dropped. I believe it was the first one, where he said, "You don't tell any lies about me. I won't tell no truths about you." The very next song this nigga dropped was Family Matters. Drake cannot handle Kendrick ball for ball on no level. So he decided he was going to go into the muck and the mire. And Kendrick threw on his snorkels and followed him and then went deeper. That's what people do when they know that they can't beat you. They play dirty. Knicks are down 20-28 first quarter. That's what they do when they know they can't beat you. They play dirty. They do weirdo nigga shit. When they know they can't win, they lie on you. They hate on you. They do everything else in the world except for believing themselves. And we already know who's giving Drake a lot of this advice to do this stupid shit. We already know who his PR team is. Put it in the chat. We know who Drake's PR team is. Or we know who's part of Drake's PR team. We already know. Because the motherfuckers out there right now doing promo, doing damage control for Drake. What up, Shaq? Salute. We already know who's part of Drake's PR team. He's out there right now doing freaking damage control for Drake. He's just not very successful doing it because Drake doesn't have any position to defend him from. Now, listen. Before I go any further, if those tweets really were doctored, like the founder of Twitter is alluding to, and if that really is Drake's daughter, tell me what Kendrick lied about. I'll sit here and wait. Well, I'm not going to really wait because I don't think there's a thing. So I would never be talking again. It would just be, I'd pass out, especially if I was going to hold my breath. But you get my point. And these lights are not white. They're actually orange. It's just not getting picked up. They're orange. They're actually orange. Hit that like button so we can send out some notifications if y'all don't mind. So we know who Drake's PR team is. And they're doing a terrible job because I'm going to tell you what happens. People keep equating success with intelligence. Sometimes people are successful because idiots are following them, not because they're good at their job. Drake is not the best lyricist. He is the most successful rapper going out right now. Arguably. But he's not the best lyricist. There's tons of rappers that's lyrically better than Drake. His PR team, they're just sitting around trying to figure out how and where they can lie. That's it. They're not coming up with no real strategy. Their strategy is to lie. I can't even... Drake's next song might absolutely destroy his career. Because I can't even imagine what it's going to be. His career is already like on life support. His next song might destroy his career. Especially if he's listening to whoever the idiots is that's telling him to put out all of those lies. Because now what? I'm going to tell you what I believe is going on real quick. I believe what they wanted to do was create a narrative before the song drop. I'm going to say that again. See, what I think they were trying to do before was create a narrative from the music. But it didn't work. When he dropped the Heart Part 6, it didn't work. Not only did it not work, but niggas didn't even like the song. So it didn't work. So now what I believe they're doing is academics specifically out there to create a narrative. But that wasn't working because academics was talking to people and they was looking them dead in the face like, nah, champ, Drake is losing. He thought he was going to be able to go and have interviews with people or have discussions with people and be able to win those discussions. It doesn't know what he's talking about in hip hop. He just out yells people and keeps saying the same point over and over and over and over and over again, no matter how incorrect that point is. Act does not know anything about hip hop. He doesn't know anything about hip hop. He can recite numbers to you, but he don't feel it. It's not in his heart. And because of that, I don't think he can understand the impact of, I don't even think he understands the impact of what Kendrick Lamar is doing. Because I don't think he could feel it in his heart. I need to take a break for 1 second to talk about something else for 2 seconds. Did y'all see the verse that Christian Combs just dropped? Christian Combs just dropped a verse somewhere. I don't know the name of the platform, but I saw it on Instagram. So Christian Combs just dropped a verse. And it had no soul connected to it. It was a monotone delivery. It had no energy. It had no soul. It had nothing. And the reason being is because that boy doesn't understand hip hop either. He doesn't live in the real world. And also, in addition to that, they've been doing the things that they've been doing have disconnected him from reality. Go listen to the verse, fam. You don't got to take my word for it. Go listen to the verse for everybody that hasn't heard the Christian Combs verse. The actual bars are not terrible. But he's repeating it like he an AI. It has no heart. It has no soul. It has no real rhythm to it. That's academics when it comes to talking about hip hop. He don't understand hip hop. He could talk to you all day about pop music. He can talk to you all day about rap and be okay with it. But when it comes to talking about real hip hop, Wu-Tang, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, Eazy-E, he can't do it. If I'm saying anything wrong, put it in the chat. He can't do it. Because he can't connect with those things because a lot of that music came from the soul. It came from the heart. He can't connect with it. That's why he can't connect with Kendrick. He can't. I remember when the dude academic said Kendrick rap like he trying to free the slaves. He said somebody rap like they trying to free the slaves. I believe he said Kendrick. That's something academic said. He thought it was funny. Because his little community down there laughed at it. His huge community down there. He has a huge community. Just so we can be clear. I wasn't saying that little as in size. I meant they didn't understand that that's not something that at least the ones that laughed at it, didn't understand that we don't make fun of slavery like that, fam. People do make jokes about slavery, but not like that. We don't persecute the individuals that's trying to free the slaves. There's people still in slavery right now in the world. There's people right now in slavery. And I'm not talking about this economic slavery that we live in America. I'm talking about actual slavery, tied up in chains and shit like that in the world right now. So academics, he can't get that. He can't feel that. He's not going to be able to go on no platform and they're going to co-sign some shit like that. He's going to have to go on a platform that everybody is bought and paid for. That's the only way that he's going to be able to go on a platform and get people to agree with him on this. They're just going to have to buy everybody and do it. And then that's going to be ruining all of their fucking... People are going to stop fucking with them. Because they're going to make themselves a meme. I promise you. And that's going to be worse for Drake. So I don't know what Drake's next song is going to be. But I'm assuming that academics and some of this other shit that's going on was supposed to lay breadcrumbs so that when Drake drops whatever he drops, academics could say, see, I told you. But now all of that information that they previously said that he was wrong about, Kendrick Lamar, it's turning out he was right about. So he out-rapped them, told no lies. They found the daughter and they found another son, by the way. They also found the son. So Drake, remember, Kendrick Lamar said he not only has a daughter, but he has multiple kids out there. So they found the daughter and they found the son. Didn't Drake say that he was going to pay people money if they could find his daughter? Why would you tell the internet that? Why would you even challenge the internet to go find anything about you? Why would you do that? You know how many niggas their job is sitting at a cubicle somewhere and they could just go into their computer at any time during the day and spend 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour just searching up shit? Why would you challenge the internet to that? Drake is done. And it's not just the fact that he got out-rapped. It's because those individuals that's supposed to be part of his team are terrible. They're giving him bad advice. And I can only see the advice getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I can only see the advice getting worse. Because there was a point where they had to decide, you know what, we can't win this, but we have to make sure that we don't lose badly. They're past that. They're past the point of no return. I would have just went to Drake. First of all, we're not going to make fun of his... We're not going to talk about how the kid ain't his. Just so you can understand why he's talking about how these kids... How Drake has multiple kids. Drake was the first one that said that his kid was somebody else's kid. So that's why the kids are involved in this. In family matters. I would have said, yo, look, man, why are you even going that route? Did you see what happened with Pusha? I don't think that that's a good idea. I mean, you're going to do what you want to do, you Drake. But I don't think that's the way you should go about it. Oh, but I don't got nothing else to say about him. Then don't just say anything about him specifically. Why don't you just out-rap him? Oh, you can't out-rap him? You're going to have to try. Because you're about to open up a can of worms. You've out here banging too many shorties to not have some illegitimate kids. You're just having too much sex, Drake. You're banging shorties in this city, you're bringing shorties in that city. There's no way in the world that you don't have illegitimate kids out there. This nigga's gonna bring them up. Yeah, but he's not gonna be able to. All of the chicks that you're banging, a majority of the chicks that y'all all banging are all the same chicks. Are you gonna rely on you got some chick pregnant and she didn't tell a nigga? Remember, these are chicks that's strippers and OnlyFans chicks and shit like that. You think that a nigga can't give her a couple of bucks at some point or another, or she didn't pillow talk. If you're 100% certain of that, then we gotta go a different route. What you mean the Tory Lanez effort? Explain. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says, I'm about to call him D Candy Man. Shout out to the Art of D Glass. He says the Tory Lanez effect. Explain that. I want to know what you're talking. Give me 1 second. Be right back. I'm gonna give him a chance to explain it. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Put it in the chat if y'all want to ask me a question about whatever, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit more. Give me 1 second. Out of his covenant. I'm still a little confused, but I will say this. The only point that Drake fans were saying that made Drake win the battle is because Kendrick Lamar allegedly lied. So now it's coming out that Kendrick Lamar did not lie. Drake is making his fans look stupid. Drake is making all of his fans look stupid. Y'all been on the internet for how many days caping for this dude? Y'all been on the internet for how many days caping for Drake? He's making all of y'all look stupid. Absolutely stupid. Y'all look like stupid. So y'all just believe anything. Anything academics say, y'all just believe it. Also, Oscar Mayer put out an advert saying BBL Glizzy. The president, Sleepy Joe Biden, put out a spot basically using "They Not Us." The OVO store got vandalized with "They Not Us." There is a Chinese restaurant in Canada that now basically has a freaking Kendrick Lamar dish. Kendrick Lamar is also #1 on Apple Music in Canada. Do you understand that Drake's stock is plummeting? It's plummeting. Remember what you said about Tory losing his coverings? Yeah. No, Drake. Well, yeah, absolutely. But Drake's never been a proponent of the Most High. So Drake isn't losing his protection from God. Drake is losing the protection that Satan was giving him. Just like Diddy. Diddy is losing the protection that Satan was giving him. So you're not wrong. He just didn't make a covenant with God. They made covenants with Satan. These dudes is walking around with nail polish on, dressing like women. They didn't make any covenant with God, fam. I promise you. They didn't make any covenant with God, fam. But yes, their covenant with Satan has been broken. Because remember, you have to stay of an asset to Satan. Once you're not an asset to Satan anymore, he dumps you. He gets rid of you. You're done. So you have to continuously always be an asset to Satan. Madonna's still touring. How old is she? What do you think is going to happen after Madonna's not touring anymore? What do you think is going to happen when Madonna stops touring? In the rap, he said exposing Drake was part of God's plan. Exposing Drake as a liar was part of God's plan. He says that in the song, They Not Like Us. So just so we can be clear, you're not wrong. But remember, Tory Lanez was busy out there trying to preach while he had his foot also on the other side of the line. So it's not the same thing, but it is the same thing. I understand the correlation that you're making. But no, what happened with Drake, in my opinion, this is all my opinion, obviously. What happened with Drake, in my opinion, is once you're no more of a use to Satan, you're done for. You have to. Satan does not love you. Okay? For all of y'all people out there that just doing evil and helping Satan, God loves you. Satan does not love you. Satan is envious of you. While you're walking around doing Satan's work, he is envious of you. That's why, in order to be a part of what Satan is doing, you always have to denounce God. You always have to continuously sin to prove your a connection to Satan. That means that you always have to be out there gossiping. You always have to be out there lying. You always have to be out there doing some kind of sin. You have to be. Once you're not out there pushing whatever the Satanist agenda is, he gets rid of you. Why do you think Mace had to go straight to God when he left Puff? What you think would have happened if Mace, the only one that came out of that camp in a good situation, what did he do? He turned to Pastor Mace, didn't he? Now I'm going to even go deeper with you. Why do you think Run became a reverend? Check out what his brother's accused of. Y'all think all of these things was coincidences? Oh, he was doing way more. Ty Dye says they told him painting his nails would be enough. They lied to him. He was doing way more than painting his nails, man. Once you're orchestrating orgies and things like that, then that means that you're helping Satan do satanic rituals, because orgies are satanic rituals. That's why watch your kids. A lot of y'all are losing y'all kids because y'all kids is out there doing stuff like that. That's why you're losing them. Orgies are satanic rituals, period. Even if they don't know, they doing it. You understand? It's like when somebody shows up to church and they're praying and they're just going through the steps, even though it's not in their heart yet, they're involved in that prayer going up to the Most High. They're involved in the worship of the Most High, even if it's not in their heart yet. So even when you get involved in these satanic rituals, even if you're not there to do with something like, I'm going to go do a satanic rituals, even if that's not the reason that you're cognitively there for, like you're not thinking about being there for, you are still going through the satanic ritual. Orgies are satanic rituals. Group sex is satanic rituals. The more you know. That's why you got to be mindful and stop being out here just trying to sleep with any old woman. Stop trying to just try to get with a girl because you can. Remember, people will send, Satan will send you a woman to destroy you, especially when you're on your path to God, especially when you're out here doing God's work, especially if you aren't doing God's work at the moment, but you want to be. Satan will send a woman to come take you off of your path to destroy you. People wonder why I'm so picky. It's important for me to be in a relationship where we can worship the Most High. It's important. It's important to me. It's way more important to me than having sex. It just is. I'm fine if that's not the most important thing to you. I'm fine. But it's important to me. So no, I'm not trying to have a one-night stand. I'm not trying to just get with you to have sex. I'm not even interested in that as much as I'm interested in us having a relationship with God. I'm way more interested in having God in our relationship. I'm way more interested in that. I can see the tangible results that God has done for me in my life. It wouldn't make sense for me to back away from him now. Just wouldn't make sense. So no, your energy is important to me. As your looks are important also. They're on the same level. Have to be physically attracted to you, and you have to have the appropriate energy. I haven't come across many females in the last couple of years that I think fits that particular criteria. I do know one that I'm 100% certain fits that criteria. But, I don't really come across any females that I feel like fit that criteria. But I do know one. Anyway, get back to what we're talking about. So it's been found out that Drake lied. So that means that academics was walking around just telling lies on Kendrick Lamar. So I want to know if Kendrick Lamar is going to go in on Ack. I want to know if Kendrick Lamar is going to go after Ack now. I don't think Ack will be able to hold up. I think that might be the one thing that could derail Ack. I think that's one thing that could be able to derail him. If Kendrick Lamar decides to go at him, Ack might be in trouble. I think he needs to be very mindful of the way he talks about Kendrick Lamar from now into the future. And make sure you just keeping it on the I'm a fan level. Because if you gave Drake bad advice, I promise you, Kendrick Lamar knows. I don't have any inside sources in neither one of their camps. I don't even know if I know people that know Ack. But I don't have any inside sources over there. I have no inside sources with Kendrick Lamar. I don't even know if I know anybody that knows Kendrick Lamar personally. I probably do, but I don't know if I do. I have no sources. And I can tell you, it seems to me like academics has been giving Drake some of this bad advice. Just from me having watched Ack in the past and seeing how he has dealt with individuals and hearing some of the things that he said, and then also seeing some of the talking points that Drake is trying to take. I think Ack has been giving him bad advice. I don't know if anybody else has, but I'm like certain Ack has been giving him bad advice. What is Ack going to do if Kendrick Lamar decides to come after him and make him a meme? Make him a song? If Drake can't survive it, Ack cannot survive it. I'm going to say that again. If Drake can't survive it, Ack cannot survive it. Academics' fan base is not as big as Drake's. Let's just be honest. Academics don't have the corporations behind him like Drake do. Let's just be honest. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Anything y'all want to ask me about, put it in the chat. Come on, let's go. I stay on a little bit longer. I'm thinking about eating. I'm thinking about warming me some food to eating. So we got to keep me engaged. As long as I'm engaged, I'll stay on. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? Any other angle? Allegedly, Drake has a daughter that they have pictures of, by the way, of when she was a kid, taking pictures with Drake, and her older pictures, and her name is Eternity. And Kendrick says her name in the fucking rap, Euphoria. He says Eternity. I think it's Euphoria. Which was the one that came out after Family Matters? Whatever the song was that came out after Family Matters. He says her name in the song. There's a picture of her with Drake looking just like Drake when they were kids. And I'm going to tell you, when your kid is like 4 or 5 years old, they look like you, fam. I was going to show you a picture of my daughter. I'm not going to do that. But they look like you, fam. The first time I brought my daughter to New York City, 2 things happened. The first thing that happened was every Spanish-speaking woman spoke Spanish to us. They just assumed my daughter was Puerto Rican or Dominican. I'm going to show you a picture. So everywhere we went, Shout out to Tada with the $10 drop. Salute. I'm gonna do oh, you in Canada. I'm gonna do the saloon, but hold on. So this is a picture of my daughter. I'm so sorry the picture's messed up. I gotta figure out a way to get this shit a little bit more clean. So this is a picture of my daughter. So everywhere we went, people assume she was Puerto Rican or Dominican. She's not. Her mother's Irish. But everywhere we went, people was just speaking Spanish to us. Remember, I lived in the Bronx. So everywhere we went, people were just speaking Spanish to her. That's one. Two, so many Puerto Rican and Dominican women were hitting on me. It was a beautiful thing. And not that fake hitting on you. The real coming up to you and talking to you, hitting on you. Like, not that fake shit where they try to get you to say something to them first. I'm talking about coming up to me and just starting the conversation with me. Like, it was... Oh, they just showed the Knicks score again. Hold on. Knicks are down 58-63 halftime. The big Ragu has 15 points at the moment. So this is my daughter. I'm not going to tell you her name so I don't have random assholes trying to search her up online and do weirdo shit. So this is my daughter. This is when she was about 4 or 5. She was about 5 years old in this photo. So I make pretty babies. I make pretty babies, man. I'm proud of that. Just saying, I make pretty babies. I'm proud of that. I make little cuties. I'm proud of that. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I make little cuties, man. So if I'm just, so that's just a point I want to make. So I make pretty babies, man. Not everybody does that. Not being disrespectful to nobody and their kids. I just want to be clear on this. But I absolutely make pretty babies. And yes, she also has some of her mother looks also, just so we could be clear. She doesn't look entirely like me, obviously. She also has some of her mother's look. She has my eyes, nose, for the most part, cheekbones. With that being said, so Drake took a picture with his little cutie. She was probably about 7 or 8 years old. He took a picture with her, looked just like him. And the boy that I saw when they showed his picture, shout out to Tissa Tales. Go to Tissa Tales' page. She she went and aggregated the actual memes so you can see them. Shout out to Tissa Tales. On Tissa's page, they show the son also, just so we can be clear. Looks just like Drake. Y'all better pay. Y'all better hope none of these women they discipline. Hey, why didn't you just join the green team, Tada? I appreciate the $10 drop, but you know I'm trying to get people to join the green team. Shout out to Tada with the $10 drop. Tada pulls up into the saloon. He walks through the door. He throws down a smoke ball. Whole bunch of smoke comes up. Then all of a sudden, he's not in no more. He's in the rafters. He's hanging from the rafters like this. He throws on another smoke bomb. He throws it up into the sky. Poof! More smoke is falling down. Then all of a sudden, when we look back up at that spot, he's not up there no more. He's at the bar like this. He says, let me get a shot. Shout out to Tada. Pulling up, and for everybody that don't get it, he has the magician motif thing going on. He's a whole magician. He has a top hat. He has a cane, like the cane with the ball on the end of it. He has like the tuxedo and shit where the thing is like this with the tail on the tuxedo. Shout out to Tada coming up in there looking like a whole magician. Yeah, we need more people from we need more drops to the super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Anyway, we go. So I want to be clear about something. If all of the things Kendrick Lamar was saying about Drake are actually true and they're not lies, then that means that, remember when the people who are Drake fans kept saying Kendrick Lamar lost because he told a lie? All of those things are the truth now. Now what the hell are they going to say? Somebody explain that shit to me. What are they going to say now? Anybody know? I'm going to repeat that for the people that didn't hear me well. Remember when the Drake fans were only able to say Drake won because Kendrick Lamar lied? We're about to get to the next Drake lie in 2 seconds, by the way. There's another lie. Remember when the people who are Drake fans said Drake won because Kendrick Lamar lied? Now the proof is coming out that Kendrick Lamar told the truth. So they don't have a hill to stand on. Let's get to the next Drake lie real quick. I meant to say this earlier. I'm sorry. I got caught up. Remember when Drake said that his team was feeding Kendrick Lamar lies? But these things are the truth. So Drake lied to his own fans. Drake lied to his own fans. He told his fans that he fed Kendrick Lamar lies. But the things that Kendrick Lamar said are not lies. Drake lied to his own fans. Academic lied to his own fans. So Academics and Drake was lying to their own community. That's narcissism, fam. These dudes is narcissists, fam. They're narcissists. Tell me where the lies at. They lied to their own community, fam. They lied to their own community. Also, that was Tada's first it says that's your first super chat on the live stream. So shout out to Tada. I appreciate that. So Drake and Academics lied to their own community. And I think Academics is the one who told him to say the lie. I'm going to say that again. I don't know this to be the truth. So please don't go out there and be like, yo, Jack said. I said, I think that Academics is the one who told him to say the lie. Because I think these dudes really think that they're masterminds. They're not masterminds. You're just a liar. Please stop thinking that you did some chess move because you lied. Lying is not a chess move. Lying is lying. That's not a chess move. Also, I'm hearing Drake has ties to Hell's Angels. Aren't Hell's Angels historically known for being racist? Shout out to Tissa Tales. I meant to mention this before. Isn't Hell's Angels historically known for being racist? Historically known for this? There's a Hell's Angel movie that's coming out, and not for nothing, it looks like it's going to be really good. I'm going to go see it. So Drake is tied to the Hell's Angels. Drake also makes fun of black people for wanting to free the slaves. I need for somebody to explain to me why y'all love this nigga so much. You can like somebody's music, but not be standing for him the way some of these fans are. I'm fine with you liking the dude's music. His music is pretty good for the most part. But how are y'all standing for this dude when he obviously thinks it's funny that there's people that want slaves to be freed? And he also thinks that's a reason to ridicule somebody because they want to have the slaves freed. And you can't tell me that's not the truth because he put it in his rap as a diss towards another nigga. We got 31 people in the room. Could we hit that like button? See if we could get up to 40 likes. See if we could get up to 25 likes and push it up to 40 people in the room. Can we get 4 more likes? Also, Saloon is open. Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. So just so we can be clear, I don't understand how we've already established that these are 2 different artists. One is a hip hop artist and one is a pop artist. We've already established that, but yes, they are 2 different artists. One person creates work that allow for them to win a what's the award Kendrick won again? The not the Nobel Peace Prize, the Pulitzer, right? Kendrick won a Pulitzer Prize, and Drake wins, I guess, Grammys. I'd rather have a Pulitzer any day of the week. Any day of the week, I'd rather have a Pulitzer. Because I don't even want to do the stuff that you might have to do to win a Grammy. I'm just telling you what it is. So I don't want to do none of the stuff that you might have to do in order to win a Grammy. I'm not interested. I don't need to be a part of that fraternity. I'm fine. Shout out to them, though. I'm not hating. I just am one of those people that don't think you just win an Oscar. You don't just win a Grammy. If so, then why don't Denzel Washington has more Oscars? Why don't the white boy that acts his ass off, Leonardo DiCaprio, why did he have more Oscars? How did Marissa Tomei win an Oscar? I'm just really curious about that. Not for that role. I'm sorry. Not for my cousin Vinny. She has been excellent in the MCU, but I still wouldn't give her an Oscar for that neither. She's been excellent in the MCU. Excellent. Absolutely loved her as Ant-Man. I'm upset they killed her, but if they had to do it, they definitely did it the right way. So I wouldn't even be. So I mean, you win Grammys and stuff like that. That's going to make you be able to earn more money and stuff like that. But I'm just being honest with you. If any of my ideas about how they're winning these awards are anywhere near correct, I just wouldn't want to win the award. Shout out to them, though. I'm not saying anything more than that. I'm not trying to attack those people. He is a poet. What do you think Kendrick Lamar won the award for? Why don't you Google it? He won the award for being a dancer. How about that? You ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers. Why not? He won the award for being a magnificent painter. How long y'all think this guy's going to be in here before I kick him? He asked me, what did a rapper, a poet, somebody who uses words, what did they win? What did they win a Pulitzer Prize for? Nah, I'm just kicking you. I already got to everything. You could go back and listen. Right now, I'm just talking. I already said everything. Absolutely everything. At this point, I'm just talking. I kicked them. Don't worry about it. I already got to all of the content. I'm just still on here talking at the moment, just in case anybody else wants to speak back with me. And not for nothing, the only reason why we're still here is because Tada's talking and he did a donation. So I'm not going to just walk out of the room real quick since he's still in here and me and him are going back and forth. So that part. Anything else you want to talk about, Tada? Since you're the only one in here commenting, and 9 times out of 10, anybody else that come in here and comment is going to be weirdos. Anything else you want to talk about? Because I can go get something to eat and relax. I've had a really good day today. A really good day today. I've had a good week. Yes, I've had a great week. Absolutely excellent week. Not for nothing. There's a lot of stuff I want to share with y'all, but I'm going to wait until it all the way materializes. And then you're going to be able to see it. So it's all good. Tada said, good night. All right, you don't even want to hear talking anyway, so I guess I'm going to let you go. Everybody, just have a blessed night. If you have anyone still awake in your household, give them a hug. Tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers today. while they're still here. Also, whenever you help somebody else be the best them that they can be, in that moment, you being the best you that you could be. So go out there and be great. And before we go to bed and after we wake up, we're going to drink some water. That's going to help us with our metabolism, and also that's going to help us have more energy for the next day. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.